Assalamualaikum. My name is AZFARAHIN binti AZIZAN. My matric number 2024950047. My role as Officer Department Finance from Bank Islam.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is DARIEN binti HADAFI. My matric number is 2024-71306. And today I will play as a host.
Assalamualaikum, my name is SITI binti SOBRI. My matric number 2024-220126. My role is as a compliance executive of AHMAD Islamic Bank.
Assalamualaikum, my name is AMSYAR HADIF bin AHMAD. My matric number 2024-696078. My role as a lecturer of Islamic banking from UiT Mabuk.
Assalamualaikum and welcome to Shariah Smart Show. I'm NISRIENA, your host for this show today. Today we will explore about the importance of contract in muamalat. The contract we apply and we use is very important in our daily life, in business and banks. Without wasting our time, for today's session we have some special guests who will explain more about the contract in muamalat. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our special guest today. First, we have Islamic Banking Officer of Financing Department from Bank Islam, Ms. AZFARAHIN. Hi! Next, the second guest is we have Shariah Compliance Executive from AHMAD Islamic Bank, SALWA. Okay, the last one, the only man in this show. We have invited a lecturer from Islamic Banking, Faculty of Business and Management from UiT Mabuk, Dr. Let's start with our first guest, Cik AZFARAHIN, who will explain about murabaha.
So let's talk about murabaha. Murabaha, sale on profit, technically a contract of sale in which the seller declares his cost and profit. This has been adopted as a model of financing by a number of Islamic banks. As financing technique, it involves a request by the client to the bank to purchase certain items for him. The bank does that for a definite profit over the cost, which is settled in advance. Some people have questioned the legality of the financing technical because it's similar to riba in interest. Okay, next, a contract of sale between the bank and client for the sale of goods and price plus an agreed profit margin for the bank. The contract involves the purchase of goods by the bank, which is the sales them to client at agreed markup. Repayment is usually in installment, which is one of the common Islamic financing method, especially in places like Bahrain, Malaysia, Indonesia, and even countries like Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Wow, that's interesting. Could you provide us some example?
Okay, let's say Bila wants to buy a good cost for 100,000 ringgit, but he doesn't want to take a conventional route because of interest of riba. So he goes to Islamic bank. That bank buys for the good seller for 100,000 ringgit and then sell it to Bilal for 109 ringgit. Measure the extra 9,000 ringgit is the bank profit, and Bilal pays the full amount of the sale for 3 years. Okay, and the best part is it's all interest free. The total payment is fixed and no hidden charge or no extra fees for the late payments. That's what makes Sharia compliant. Some people do compare irregular loans because of the profit part, but the key difference is the sale, not a loan. The bank actually buys the asset first, then sell it to the customer. So yeah, that's muharabah is simple terms, cost plus financing that give people a halal way to buy stuff without going to interest-based debt.
Okay, thank you Cik Azfar for sharing knowledge about murabaha. Next, let's invite Puan SALWA to share us about ijarah.
Thanks Miss Darin. So now I will explain about ijarah. Ijarah literally means to give something on rent. In Islamic finance, it refers to a leasing contract where the owner, lessor, allow someone else, lessee, to use an asset for a fixed period in return for payment. It's similar to conventional lease, but it must follow Shariah principle, which means no interest, riba, and no elements of uncertainty haram. So there are two types of ijarah. First is operating ijarah. Operating ijarah is a regular lease. The asset is returned to the lessor after the lease ends. Second is ijarah mutahiyah bitamlik. This ijarah is with ownership transfer. The lease has the option to own the asset at the end of the lease, either to give or sell. Next, I will talk about the example of ijarah, where a bank buys a car and leases it to a customer under ijarah. The customer pays monthly rent, and at the end of the lease, they can either return the car or buy it, depending on the contract. This way, customer get to use asset without taking loan with interest. Ijarah is important because it provides an Islamic alternative to interest-based lending. It promotes fair sharing and ensures transactions are based on real economic activity, not speculation or riba. To conclude, ijarah is a Shariah compliant leasing method that helps Muslims assess asset or equipment ethically. It's widely used in home financing, car leasing, and asset management in Islamic bank.
Okay, thank you for Salwa for sharing some information about ijarah. Next, let's proceed with our discussion that will be explained by Dr. Shah.
Okay, let me explain about concept of musyarakah. Musyarakah is a partnership contract in Islamic finance. It is derived from the Arabic word syirkah, which means sharing. Essentially, musyarakah is an agreement where two or more parties contribute capital to join a venture or project, and they share the profits and loss according to the ratio of the capital contribution or as agreed upon.
Oh, that's great. Can you provide some example?
Okay, let's say for instance there are three friends, Ali, Ahmad and Aisyah, decide to start a bakery business. Ali contributes 10,000 ringgit, Ahmad contributes 5,000 ringgit, and Aisyah contributes also 5,000 ringgit. They agree the profits will be shared based on their respective capital contributions, but they will also share any losses according to the same ratio. So if the business earns 20,000 ringgit in profits, Ali will get 50%, while Ahmad and Aisyah will get 25% each. However, if they lost, it will also be shared according to the same 50-20-20 proportion. Okay, next practical application. In Islamic banking, musyarakah is often used in project financing and investment venture. For example, Islamic banks may enter to musyarakah with customer to finance property development. The bank and the customer both contribute funds and share the profits from the completed project. So, as a conclusion, musyarakah promote risk sharing and cooperation, which are key principles of Islamic finance. It ensures fairness by aligning the interests of all parties involved.
Alhamdulillah, we have come to the end of our session for today on Shariah Smart Show. We have learned so much today. Thank you to our greatest guest for sharing some knowledge today. But before we end, today I would like to ask few questions from the audience. Okay, the first question from Muhammad Fauzi. Is murabahah considered a loan?
The answer is no, because it sales contract, not a loan. The bank sells the asset and earns profit without charging interest.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Asfar. Next, this question from Siti Murni. Question: can the lease on the asset at the end of an ijarah contract?
The answer is yes, if it's an ijarah muntahiyah bitamlik, a lease that ends with ownership transfer through a separate sale or lease contract.
Thank you, Puan Salwa. Next question from Zati. What happens if the business makes a loss in musyarakah?
Thank you for the question. And the answer is If there a loss, it will be shared based on each partner's capital contribution. That means the more you invest, the more you share in the loss unless someone was in need.
Okay, that's all for today. Until next time, remember always to choose halal way. Thank you for watching.